My name is Kerry Broshot with SOLON Corporation, and we're here at another one of our beautiful solar installations at Pima Community College's Northwest Campus in Tucson, Arizona. This is a 1.8 megawatt DC site made up of 27 parking canopies, covers approximately 725 parking spaces. On this project, we used Chint's entire lineup from 23 kilowatt all the way to 60 kilowatt inverters. Construction was completed in 2 phases, starting in approximately September of 2018, with construction completed in early January 2019. This site proposed several unique design challenges that we had to overcome during engineering of the project. First, the site is bounded by a large utility easement on the west side of the site. That really limited the amount of space that we had available to place our canopies and required us to get pretty creative with our canopy locations in the parking lot. We found that Chint's inverter lineup came in really handy in this case. We were able to use the smaller 23 and 28 kilowatt units to fill in some of the smaller areas that we had available, where we could also use the 60 kilowatt units in some of the larger parking areas to install those canopies in a more cost-effective manner. The site's also located on a fairly drastic slope from the northeast side to the southwest side. When placing our canopies, this created some design challenges as far as the grade underneath the canopies. When a canopy is located on a slope like that, it creates a big clearance difference from the northeast side of the canopy to the southwest. So in order for us to effectively and properly design our canopy footings and column member sizes, we had to really take a close look at the elevations at each point underneath the canopy to make sure that we had the proper member sizes at each location, but not oversizing our canopy columns as well. The site's also fairly spread out from a location standpoint from our interconnection point all the way back to our last canopy. This proposed some challenges with our conductor lengths, particularly in our communication system. Luckily, we find Chint's inverter lineup is really flexible when designing the communications platform for the site, and it allowed us to mix our inverter sizes within a single string and eliminated the need for additional hardware. SOLON has incorporated standard design blocks into our design process. These design blocks take into account Chint's standard inverter sizes, as well as the variability of module wattages, stringing configurations, canopy dimensions, that kind of thing. Having these standard design blocks in place makes it really easy for our designers to quickly and effectively design an entire electric set. For a project of this size, an electrical design can be completed within a matter of days. For some of our smaller sites, we complete a design within a matter of hours. SOLON has incorporated these standard design blocks into not only our design process, but our business development processes as well. This allows us to quickly respond to customer requests for proposals and inquiries, and lets us work with our customers and other project stakeholders to run different cost scenarios in real time. By using these standard blocks in our designs, we're able to limit the variability of not only our designs, but our installation costs as well. In other words, we don't need to reinvent the wheel every time we come to design a project. This leads to gains in efficiency and cost savings when it comes to the engineering and installation costs for our projects. We find that the Chint form factor and mounting method works really well with all types of projects, whether it be parking canopy, ground mount, roof mount. You can tell that Chint's put a lot of thought into not only the design of the inverter and the mounting method, but in everything all the way up to how the inverter is shipped and packaged and how it arrives at the site. We always look to balance the idea of limiting the potential for vandalism and damage to inverters when they're mounted on parking canopies in this kind of scenario, with also balancing ease of access during O&M activities. In these cases, when we have to mount inverters lower on canopies, we typically utilize Chint's AC and DC disconnect covers. This helps limit outages and service calls for the project owners throughout the life of the project. So on this project, we chose to use the field service support that Chint offers. This helped us commission our system very quickly and ensure that it was producing properly and communicating properly fairly shortly after utility witness test and permission to operate. So I'm sure any solar developer or EPC would agree that the last few years in the industry have been incredibly challenging. With the imposition of new tariffs, variable product supply, and other factors, it's been an incredibly challenging environment to do business. Throughout all of this, Chint has been very proactive about staying in close communication with us and also has offered some very innovative approaches when it comes to maintaining pricing. This has helped guarantee the future of our projects, help guarantee the pricing on our projects, and help us maintain our relationships with our customers. This has been a very key factor in our success over the last few years, in spite of all the variability that we've seen in the market. SOLON was recently named the top EPC commercial contractor in the state of Arizona by Solar Power World, as well as the number 16 commercial EPC nationwide. I think one of the biggest things that has led to our success is the amount of planning that we put into our projects. There's months of planning that go into any project that we build, as well as continued planning throughout the life of the project. That really helps promote the speed at which we install these projects, as well as the final product that we see. We put a lot of thought into the efficiency of our designs, not only from the design standpoint and how efficiently and fast we can design a project, but also how that design lends to efficiencies in the field with creating optimal productivity and maximizing productivity on any given job site. And we focus on the construction as one of the most important parts of our project. This allows us to take on as many scopes as we want to or need to within a given project. We can perform our own underground work, our own module mounting, our own concrete, our own paving work, landscaping, irrigation work, all of that. We also just like to implement a good system. Again, we don't want to reinvent the wheel every time we go to build one of these projects. We like to stick to the same types of strategies when it comes to building projects, building them in the same sequence every time. We're happy to be a proud partner of Chint, and we really encourage other contractors to take a really close look at them. You can learn more about SOLON by logging onto our website at solonamerica.com.